Had to remove more furniture. Some of you that have commented on the trauma stuff when I was doing trauma training. We're gonna have to have lesson plans ready to go every single day. Good morning. It is Monday. Today is our our staff meeting or whatever it is, like our welcome back staff meeting. And that's an all-day thing that I know of. And I am so tired. I did not sleep well last night. I don't know what it was. It could be all the crap that's getting, it's scary times, people, scary times. I feel like I'm not super, I'm worried about going back to school face to face just because I don't want to get, coronavirus or COVID or whatever you want to call it. But I do feel like face-to-face is the easiest solution, the easiest way to do it, because your kids are just there and you just teach. I haven't even figured out how the desks are supposed to be separated, because I got to measure between the desks, so I'm going to try to, I'll try to do that this morning when I go in. And then my room is still a mess, but we're supposed to have 4 days of working in our rooms, so I'll have time to I think I'll be okay. But I need to start planning out what's going to happen the first couple days, at least the first couple days of school, and then I can always plan for the next one. So, but I'm I don't know what's going on. So yeah. But when I go in, I think I'm going to try to see if I can separate. I'm going to measure out the desks. I need to put tape on the floor where the desks go at, so the kids know to keep their stuff in their desks, or the little desk in their box, whatever it is, So I have to put down painter's tape onto the floor to do that. And then my interns usually just been coming early, which is not a huge deal, but it kind of cuts down my vlogging time, so that's what I'm doing in the car this morning. So I probably will have a good 20 minutes maybe to get some stuff done by myself without a mask on. Yeah, so that is today's plan, and I will check in back with you guys later. It is Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. I didn't get a chance to vlog yesterday, but let me go ahead and show you guys what we've been doing. So I've had to remove more furniture. The table that was back here, because we had to separate, all the desks. And these little baskets are going to be the baskets that's going to hold all of their stuff, like whiteboards and clipboards, markers, and whatever else. Sorry, I'm having an eye issue right now. We moved the table from over here to over there. My intern will sit over there. That's going to be her area. It's kind of sad, we had to do this, but it was tough. It was we sat here forever trying to figure out an arrangement that was going to work, that wasn't going to take up the entire classroom with desks. Originally, we had them spaced 6 feet apart from this edge to that edge. And then we realized that kids are not going to be sitting at the edge, they're going to be sitting in the middle of the desk. So we went from the middle of the desk to the middle of that desk, and that gave us a little bit more room. So yesterday, we ended up doing something totally different than I thought we were going to. I thought we were going through all of our stuff for back to school, but then I realized I think we've already done that. So yesterday was all conscious discipline. So we went over all conscious discipline stuff. And so we had one of the ladies from Conscious Discipline, I can't remember her name now, Amy something, came down and did our training for us for the whole day. So my desk looks like this at this point. And then this area is getting a little more clean. So, it's getting cleaner and it's getting a little more organized. I think I'm going to move because I put all of our section little readers right there. But I think I'm going to move them over here and rearrange some of this area a little bit. So I think that I'll do that this morning so that my intern can have a spot to put like her pencils and her pens and markers and everything up on top so the kids are not touching it. Good morning. It is Wednesday, March 4th. I'm just kidding. I have not changed my calendar at all, so it still says March 4th on it. That's pretty sad, isn't it? Like, it was so weird to come back. I think I talked about this before, and I've seen other teachers talk about it. Like, they came back, and their calendars are like, we're back on March, and there's like, feels like you were like in a time suck or something. I don't know what you call it, like a time machine or something. Not a time machine, but like the world just stood still. I can't even talk today. Anyway, so it's really echoey in here because there's like nothing in here. Well, there is stuff in here, but it's still really echoey. And I noticed when I was editing footage from last week, it was that way too. I'm using my upright go today because I've noticed that because I've been sitting so much, I was getting a lot of neck and back pain. I decided to break it back out again to see if I can hopefully get that fixed so to go to the chiropractor or something. But yeah, so where was I at? It's echoey because we have no carpets. So, I mean, I have a carpet, it's over in the corner. I don't know if I'm supposed to send that down to storage. It'd probably be better to be in storage, I would think. So I might put that on the hallway so I can put it in storage. My table is getting way more clear. I do have a bunch of stuff that needs to go home. So these baskets and stuff. Some of these baskets will stay because they came to the classroom. I just have to find somewhere to store them. It's getting there. And today we have a meeting in the morning. I don't know what we're going over. I don't know. It's from 8 to 9. I'm not sure what it is. And then at 9 o'clock, we have a Zoom meeting to go over how we're going to set up to have kids outside because we can't have classes outside at the same time because the way they have it set is that your cohort that I'm with, which is my class, is all that we have. Like, we're not interacting with other classes, which is, again, falls into that thing of kids are not being social. You want to say that kids need to be social and be in schools? This is not what it's going to be. And that brings me to something that we learned about yesterday. And I know there's a lot of you, not a lot of you, there's some of you that have commented on the trauma stuff when I was doing trauma training last year that maybe did not believe like it's real. I can tell you that it's real as somebody that has dealt with trauma as a child. I'm not going to go into all the details. Okay, so let me get to the part first. Okay, so as somebody that has already I dealt with trauma when I was young. Okay, so nothing like severe, like not like some of these kids or other people in the world have, where like maybe they were molested or, something bad happened to them. I was bullied, and I was bullied quite a bit. I believe that I have a lot of trauma that has not been dealt with. And it's recently, with all the stress and everything that's going on, so I have personal stuff that I'm dealing with that at this point I'm not sure if I want to talk about. And then there's the stuff with the school coming back, and it's just like a lot of stuff going on. It has come back like full on. It's crazy that we're doing this stuff with trauma because it is allowing me like a therapeutic output for it all. And it made me realize yesterday. So yesterday we did this activity. We had these two like circles and you're basically making glasses. So it was like being able to see your lens of like how you see the world and how the world sees you. And so one side was like things that probably most people know about you. The other side was things that people don't know about you, or maybe as they got to know you, they would figure it out. And then the middle portion, which was your bridge of your glasses, would be like a lump of all that, like what made you you, which I couldn't figure out on that one. I didn't put anything down because I couldn't figure out what to put. And then the one side of your arm of your glasses would be your biggest fear, and the other one is your biggest like strength or like joy or whatever. So the middle parts were okay. When I got to the arms is where I had that moment of, that's where that trauma comes in. Because my biggest fear, which is so weird that, is people not liking me. I have a big fear of that. And I get so like, people's comments and things really bother me because I have that fear of not being liked. And that comes from my past trauma. Like all that stuff I had as a kid is coming back. And so I do believe that trauma is real. We've been dealing a lot with having these kids come back to the building. That was a weird noise. And how we're gonna handle the trauma that they've had for the last 5 months of being at home. Because some of these kids may have been at home with people that hurt them, or they weren't getting adequate food, or they weren't getting the social emotional stuff they were needing. That brings me to where we're at now. How this is also going to cause trauma for these kids. Like I'm looking at how these days are going to go. Yes, they're going to get some personal time with me, my intern, with kind of each other, but they can't play with each other because they can't be within 6 feet of each other. And then like they're going to go outside and they can only play with themselves outside. Like I just feel like, I think if we did it virtually, which is way harder than the teachers, I'll be honest with you guys, it's way harder on the teachers to do virtual than it is in person. So it's like easy. So people think that, oh, teachers are just going to sit around, they're just going to be lazy and blah, blah, blah. It's actually harder. I'd rather be in school, but not in this form. Like this is not what I'm thinking as school. This is like prison, basically. A little far-fetched, I know. But I think virtually, yes, you're not getting personal interactions, like physical, I guess it would be physical interactions, but you're getting interactions with kids because I can do things like breakout rooms and stuff where I can put groups of kids together and they go work together and like talk. Like I can just have like social time, and things could change. Like we still have a week before school starts, so who knows? Like our numbers could fly up and they just decide, sorry, you can't do that because like our decisions for our school are decided by the health department, which I think I've talked about before. So at this point, they feel like we're safe enough to be in the building. But things change constantly. As we've noticed in the last 5 months, like things change constantly. So who knows what it could be like. So we're preparing right now for like the next couple of days, we're gonna be preparing for ways of transitioning to hybrid or virtual in the snap of a second. So we're gonna have lesson plans ready to go every single day. I'm gonna get to doing basically nothing because my intern's gonna be here in a few minutes. So I'm probably not gonna film me doing anything, but anyway, see you guys later. I got a lot of stuff done yesterday because we actually got some time to work in our rooms while the upper grades were having a training, which we'll end up having the training tomorrow. So they like switched our days up. So it looks really nice in here. And now I'm like too bright. What's up with that? Because of the Promethean board area situation, I moved. Okay, so I can do a lot of stuff on the Promethean board without having to use my laptop. But to use my document camera, I need to have it hooked up to the laptop. So I moved my drawer system for all of my stuff for the week, which is fine because I might be using it right next to the Promethean board. Anyways, I just put my laptop on top of there, and then I'm using this cart. But I don't like the gold, and so I remembered that I have this contact paper that is like a wood grain that I bought last year, and I was going to redo the cabinets with it and ended up not doing it, and I'm so glad I didn't because I think it would have been a pain in the butt. I have this, so I thought about using this wood grain on the top of that. So maybe it looks a little nicer because it looks really janky when I'm using it on the thing. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I also need to start getting supplies ready for the kiddos. We don't have all the supplies. So a church locally in town donates a bunch of the supplies to the students. But I have a bunch left over from last year because when I moved into the classroom, there was a ton of stuff in here. So I already have a bunch of crayons. And there's our marker system that we're going to be using. I only have 3 markers right now because, you know, students haven't gotten here yet. Good morning, it is Friday and I have my coffee, so I'm good to go. I am running like way later than I usually do, but I just could not get motivated to go. So it's 7 o'clock right now, and so usually, well, I guess I'm not that late, really, which is weird because I left my house later and I went and got coffee. So I'm not sure how I'm like at the same time I usually, about the same time I guess. Am I? But it's 7:02 now, so apparently I'm back on track. Because it only takes me maybe 7 minutes to ride on this road. But man, this has been an exhausting week. And it's so like, it's not, well, for one thing, I'm still having issues with sleeping, so that was a lot of fun last night. And I think I finally did fall asleep. Like, I went to sleep, but then I woke up at 11:30, and then went back to sleep. Woke up at like 1:30, and then I was up until about, it was like 3:30 at the time, and I read my book for a while. And I don't know why I did this. I don't flip pages in my book. It's on a Kindle. Ew, it stinks out here. What's that smell? Anyway, so I don't know what that was. It was weird. It smelled like onions or something. Maybe it was onion grass. I bet you they were mowing out here, and I bet you they were mowing onion grass. I am almost there. It's 7:07 now. And yeah, so when we get in, I will show you kind of, because we have most of the room set up now, I think. I still need to put kids' names on the baskets. So I need to write all those out. And I have my intern separating all of our social studies and science lessons. Man, I am so done. I was done for quite a while. Like, I just had checked out. I cannot wrap my head around the creating remote lessons to be taught in person. I don't get that. So I'm still having trouble with that. So, but yeah, it was was a long day today too, because we didn't have trainings today. Well, we did have an ingenuity training, which we found completely horrible. Like, we started doing it and we're just like, this isn't gonna work for first grade and kindergartners. Like, we already have math programs that we could be using, like stuff that came in our curriculum and everything, and we could just use that. Like, there's no point in doing special stuff. Sorry, the road is bumpy. They like put gravel down on the road, and then I was trying to like plan activities, and then my intern was helping me plan activities, which was really great because she found some really cool ones, like little books on how to do, like, about wearing masks, and we found an activity where they can like decorate a mask. So I think that was really neat. But it's not like a real mask, it's just like a picture of a mask. But I thought it would be kind of neat and fun for the kids to do that. And I cannot wait to get home. I'm gonna like fall asleep. I'm gonna take a shower when I get home. It's gonna be amazing. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and close out because that's all I got for you guys. Sorry if this week was really weird because I was in trainings most of the time. Like, I didn't really get a lot of work in my room done, so sorry about that. But I hope you guys like what you saw. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click the little bell notification and get notified every single time I post. Follow me on all of my social medias listed down below, especially Instagram, because that's where I post most often. And until next time, please don't forget to always be you. Bye.